459, House of Representatives, Washington 25, D.C., Representative Adam Clayton Powell, Jr., Democrat, 16th District, New York, August 30th, 1957, for immediate release. Congressman Adam Clayton Powell, Jr. cabled the following message from Berchtesgaden, Germany, on August 30th, 1957, following the passage of the Civil Rights Bill by the Senate. This completely vindicates my support of President Eisenhower, regardless of what may happen to me. Personally, I am proud to have come signed for one who has kept every word to me. After 80 years of political slavery, this is the second emancipation. On October 11, 1956, President Eisenhower promised me, first, he would call for this bill in his State of the Union message. Second, he would spell it out specifically. Third, his Attorney General would press for every consideration of the bill. Fourth, his congressional leaders would fight for early passage. He kept his word to me 100%. Under Adlai Stevenson, this would not have happened, as indicated by the votes to weaken the bill of pro-Stevenson senators, both North and South. My congratulations also go to Representative Emanuel Seller for his leadership in the fight for a meaningful civil rights bill at this session of Congress. I endorse 100% Martin Luther King's registration drive in the South to place on the books 1 million Negro voters. I will assist him by sending in expert political workers to aid in this effort. I personally will come south anywhere and at any time as needed, as I did to spark the Montgomery bus boycott. Negroes must not ally themselves with or think in terms of either party, but should concentrate on the issues and the position of the candidates in relationship to these. This should be the signal for the North to register now as never before. On September 17, 1957, I am returning to the United States to exert all effort toward such registration. It is time now for the big city Northern Democrats to do some painful soul searching. August 30th, 1950.
We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthday.
And I'm like, am I the only one? Because it seems real simple to me. I didn't grow up in this country. How come I know this stuff? And you guys grew up here and you don't know this stuff? Or do you know this stuff and you just don't care? Because I didn't study American history. I mean, yeah, we had a spattering of it, but even I knew this. How come you don't know this? More black Americans have been lost to the Democratic Party than any other group in the 20th century. Progressive Democrats in the early 20th century are the ones that implemented sterilization of blacks. Democrats. Post-1970s, Democrats have opened the largest concentration of Planned Parenthood and abortion clinics located where? In the black communities. They're killing Negroes. Killing the regal class of the House of Judah. Republicans abolished slavery. Can we realize that? Democrats supported slavery. Republicans gave blacks the vote. Democrats tried to keep the vote from blacks. Republicans passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Who opposed it? Democrats. The first black Republican was elected to the US Senate in 1871. But the first black Democrat was elected to the US Senate in 1999. It only took the Democrats 128 years. Oh my goodness, am I crazy? Because I'm seeing something here. The first 22 blacks elected to the US House were all Republicans. All civil rights legislation from 1865 to 1965 was passed over the objections of Democrats. All civil rights legislation. All civil rights legislation. The Democrats have stood in the way of civil rights for over 100 years. So now you go, well, why are so many black Negro royal class of the House of Judah caught up in voting for those that would try to enslave you? Historically, we'll tell you the Democrats have kept you in slavery because they're still enslaving you and they're still keeping you in slavery. They just rename it, remarket it, remanufacture it, but nothing is new under the sun. Democrats want to enslave you. All civil rights legislation from 1865 to 1965 was passed over the objections of Democrats. Every civil rights initiative for that 100-year period, from the Civil Rights Act of 1866 to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, to the Civil Rights Act of 1875, was proposed and passed by Republicans. How do I know this stuff and you guys don't? 100 years of civil rights activism by the Republicans. 100 years of civil rights obstruction